What's up, guys? It is Gray, aka the Kagre, and today we got more Bleach Rewatch. It's a little bit later in the day than I'd like to normally do this. I actually forgot it was Friday, so I almost missed it. But luckily, we didn't. So, what happened? All right, so last week we left off on a pretty big cliffhanger because Renji and Byakuya just showed up, and this week we get the results of that happening. So let's get into it. Oh, also, like the video if you have a good time, and subscribe if you want more. I always forget to mention that at the beginning of the video, and I always at the end when no one watches, so you should do that. Episode 16. So Rukia, it starts off, Rukia's running, she's sad, there's music, there's a flashback where, like, it's going through all of her good memories with, like, her new friends or whatever. Renji shows up. And then, I'm reading my notes, by the way, because I watched this one right after I recorded the last one. So this was, like, a week ago. She asked Renji, like, are you Renji? And I was like, what do you mean is that Renji? Like, what do you think? He's like, oh, you look silly with that human expression. Byakuya shows up. I'm actually going to go through this and I'm going to put my thoughts at the end because this episode's like, a lot happens, but like also not a lot happens. Renji's like attacking her. Oh, Byakuya talks. She's like, brother. And we learned that Byakuya's her brother. Renji's attacking her. And then I put OMG, he cut her because he actually cut her. And I'm going to talk. I'm just going to go through it, but we'll talk about the end. Ishida shows up, Yuryu Ishida. Byakuya just kind of like slides, and I said Lamau because it was funny. Renji's a jerk. Blah, blah, we'll talk about that at the end. And then we see Kon, who's tied to the back of the toilet. It was really gross. She left a letter. Kon figured out what, like, there was like he figured out exactly what happened. He's like, yeah, Soul Society probably showed up, and she's like in trouble because she wanted to get us involved. Urahara rolls up. Where did he roll up? Oh, to Ichigo. He's like, because Ichigo needed a way to turn into a Sword Reaper, and Urahara's like, here you go, because he has the cane. Ichigo shows up like a boss. Renji's like, your sword's so big and dumb. Renji's a jerk again, and then Byakuya talk about the Menos Grande. It's impressive, and then he unleashes a sword, Zabimaru. Okay, so my biggest thing with this episode is Renji is nothing like he is for the rest of the show in this episode. Nothing. He is entirely antagonistic. My music didn't pause? Oh, sorry. Just like was transitioning between songs. Anyway, Renji's like just a villain here. He's like mean. He's like, oh, I'm going to kill you. You're going to die, blah, 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 to like Rukia and stuff. And he's like, I'm going to kill you. And it's just nothing like, even at the end of these 3 episodes, he's entirely different. It's just bizarre to me, and it just kind of takes away because the whole time I'm like, oh, this guy's a complete villain. Later you're like, oh, he's like kind of a good guy. Just weird. Not terrible. It didn't like take, it's just, I don't know. I didn't like it because obviously like I know Renji and like stuff happens later. Especially with Rukia, but you know, that's that. So episode 17 is basically just the end of that encounter. So Ichigo, got slashed by Zabimaru at the end of the last episode. In this one, he's like everyone, Rukia's like, oh my god, like he's screwed. Renji's like, you're screwed. Ichigo's like, ha, whatever, jerk. And like, I think this is hinting at like his latent hollow ability a little bit because like the music was kind of hollowy and he acts a little bit like White, which if you don't know is that a spoiler? Too late now. Well, his hollow's name is White in case you don't know. Yeah, so like, he's like laughing. He's like, oh, I barely felt that. And like, he's destroying Renji now because he's just faster and stuff. The spiritual pressure is like causing the wind to billow. Oh, also, at the end of the last episode, Iryu got off-screened, by the way. So he's like on the ground. What else is happening? Not important at all. Just thought I'd mention it. He's about to like smack Renji on the head with his big sword. And then Byakuya just like claps him. And he's like, I didn't even see him. And then Byakuya does the anime thing where he's like next to him. And then it's like, after a short delay, blood comes out of Ichigo. And he's like, oh, he's so fast. And then Rukia is like interrupt to Ichigo. And then Renji stops her. He's like, you fool, if you touch him, like your sentence is going to be increased. You can't touch him. He's dead. Give up. And then Byakuya is like, yeah, he's super dead. He's going to die. Like he's hecka dead. And then Ichigo grabs Byakuya's like foot. And he's like, I'm not dead. And Byakuya's like, do you want to die? And Byakuya's like, I'm gonna kill him. And then Rukia kicks away his leg. She's like, don't you dare touch my brother. Sorry, let's go. And Ichigo's like, yo, Rukia, what the heck? She was obviously doing it to protect him because otherwise Byakuya would have killed him or cut off his arm or something along the likes. But they bail, basically. Renji uses his like sword to open up the... I don't remember what it's called, but it's the gate, like the wooden doors that open into the Soul Society. Uraharu shows back up with an umbrella. He's like, oh, you don't look so good, buddy. Time passes. Ichigo wakes up. He is in Uraharu's shop because Uraharu cares for him. He's like, hey, listen, we have like a month total before she dies. So I'm going to train you, and we're going to go to Soul Society and get her. Because we don't know what Ichigo doesn't know right now. We don't know is that the Hokyoku's in Rukia. And yeah. So then he like starts the training process with him. And then it shows a little bit of like Orihime and Chad. Because Orihime's like, hey, why is Rukia not at school? Because she remembers. Obviously, because she has like a powerful soul. And so does Chad and Ishida. And, yeah, Ichigo, like, tells her, like, the down low, and then that's that. Next episode 18. Ichigo's training. He's fighting Ururu. I don't remember her name, the girl. Like, I know her name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the little girl that works with Uraharu, which I'm really interested to see their backstory, because I don't remember it at all. All we know is that he was, like, she was made specifically to fight Soul Reapers. Like, that's it, even though, like, she'd get destroyed by... any of the captains or lieutenant, really most of the lieutenants too, but you never know, not important. So she has like, they put on like sparring equipment and they like fight with their fists, and Ichigo kind of gets wrecked because he like chips her shoulder or like cheek once, and then she just like claps him into a wall. But he passes. That might have been 17. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And then we cut to Chad and Orihime, and they're being offered to be trained by Yorichi, because he's like, hey, they're going to go to Society, and you guys should come. And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll go. And they meet up with Ishida, and they're like, hey, do you want to go too? And he's like, whatever, but I need to do my private Quincy training. And they leave, and he's like, finally, I can perfect my Quincy art, or whatever. So they're doing that thing. Ichigo is training now. He's with Tessai. Uraharu opens up a hole. They fall in the hole. I shouldn't just like narrate the whole episode, right? I guess there's not really. Anyway, it starts off. He puts him in a binding spell, and his chain is eating itself. He'll turn into a hollow. He has 3 days to turn into a Soul Reaper by himself, or he's gonna die. So yeah, overall, super cool episodes, except for the fact that Renji's just entirely different. That part's just annoying. Oh, we also in that episode, I almost forgot. We see a clip of Renji going to visit Rukia in the jail. And this is why he's a completely different character. He shows up, and they're, like, teasing each other low-key. Because they're friends. And it's just so bizarre, because he's not the same character at all. Anyway, she's like, am I going to die? He's like, yeah, you're going to die, totally. And then she's like, And he's like, oh, I'm just kidding. Duh, you're fine. Like, Byakuya's going to get you out. Like, I wouldn't even worry. You'll be fine. And he was like, yeah, we're really worried about you. And I was like, that's not what it sounded like when you found her on Earth, but whatever. Maybe he was just jealous. I don't know. Either way, they were like buddy-buddy a little bit. Rukia was like down, and she's like, he's going to let me die. And Renji's like, psh, no, he won't. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I am excited to see that play out because it's been a long time since I've seen like Renji in this part of the story when he's like trying to like help Rukia and stuff. And I am excited for that because Renji is one of my favorite characters. Renji's awesome. When he's not, his introductory episode, he's awesome. Yeah, otherwise that's really it. So next couple episodes I think are just going to be training, I presume, between the characters now. It's honestly, this is the part where it's hard for me to not keep watching because I really want to. Because like this is interesting. Like I want to see more. Recently I've been streaming it on my Discord, so by any chance if anyone wants to watch it with me, let me know. Because I'd be totally down to do like watch parties and stuff. Also, they mentioned Cayenne again. I almost forgot to talk about that. They talk about Cayenne so much in the beginning. So much. And I never knew. I don't remember that at all. It's crazy. It was at first with the Menos. And then, it wasn't Menos. It was Grand Fisher. And then now it's again because Byakuya's like, he does look like him. And that's talking about Cayenne, obviously. Because Cayenne looks just like Ichigo, just with like black hair. So just like crazy how much ahead the authors planned. I didn't think he did that, which is bizarre because he planned all the way ahead to Cayenne, who I don't think gets officially revealed until she fights Arenero. Yet Ichigo, yet Renji's not even the same character episodes. Weird stuff. Clearly he had some plot points ironed out and some he didn't. I assume Renji's change of heart was like a last minute decision. We'll see how well developed that is, even though it is really cool. It's one of the best parts of the arc, in my opinion. When we get to Soul Society, but we got a little bit of ways before we actually get to the nitty gritty of Soul Society. We got a while, fellas, because not only do we have to get through training, we have to also get through preparation to get into the Serete. So Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm having so much fun. I hope you guys are too. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Once again, I have another channel in the description where I do more like gacha gamey stuff. I talk about anime here. My Hero's really getting awesome. So if you guys are into that, please subscribe because I talk about the new chapters every week. Dragon Ball 2, which the storyboards came out, and which means the chapter should come out in the next couple weeks. And yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I'll see all of you guys next time. Peace.